What if I told you that the wealthiest people in the world don't just work for money? Their money works for them. The secret isn't magic, it's stocks, and today I'm going to show you, step by step, how to start buying stocks even if you're a complete beginner, how to avoid the mistakes most people make, and how to build wealth that grows while you sleep. First, let's strip away the confusion. What exactly is a stock? Most beginners think of it as just a number on a screen, but in reality, a stock is a piece of a company. When you buy a share of Apple, you literally own a tiny part of Apple. That means if Apple earns profits, grows, and becomes more valuable, your piece of that company grows in value too. Stocks represent ownership, not just speculation. Sophistication sells stocks to raise money. Investors buy them hoping for returns. Conclusive term investors focus on owning great businesses, not gambling on price swings. Comment below. Did you know that buying one share of McDonald's literally makes you a part owner? Yes or no? Here's why the rich love stocks. They grow faster than almost any other investment over time. Historically, the US stock market through the S&P 500 has returned about 10% per year on average for nearly a century. That means if you invested just $1,000 and left it alone, in 30 years it could grow to nearly $17,500 without you lifting a finger, thanks to compound growth. Highest hooks fact: S&P 500 returned about 10% annually, adjusted for inflation approximately 7%. A tower of compounding. Interest builds on interest, money making money. Stocks beat savings accounts, bonds, and most real estate over the long haul. If you started investing just $100 a month, how much do you think you'd have after 30 years? I'll reveal the shocking number later in this video, so keep watching. All right, let's get practical. How do you actually buy a stock? It's not like going to a store. You need a brokerage account. Think of it like a bank account, but for investing. Steps: first, 1, choose a brokerage. Examples: Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, Trusted, no hidden fees. And all Robinhood or Webull are beginner-friendly, but watch for risky trading tools. Principlo. Your account transfer from your bank. Start with as little as $50 to $100. 12. Profit your first investment. Beginners should avoid gambling on hot stock. Instead, consider index funds or ETFs like the S&P 500, VOOSPY. These own hundreds of companies at once. Instant diversification. In 4th, trades mark, order versus limit. Order increases. When they overthink timing, the biggest mistake is waiting too long. Quick poll: would you rather start with $100 in a single company like Tesla, or $100 spread across the 500 biggest US companies? Comment below, I'll share what most millionaires choose later. Now here's where most beginners lose money. They treat the stock market like a casino. They chase meme stocks, panic during crashes, and try to get rich quick. That's how 90% of new investors fail. But you won't, because you'll know these rules. Rules for success: time the market. Even experts can't predict daily moves. Avoid emotional decisions. Downturns are normal, big crashes can be opportunities. Think a long term. The longer you hold, the less risk you face. Be consistent. Invest a fixed amount each month, dollar cost averaging. Would you panic if your portfolio dropped 20% tomorrow, or would you buy more? Your answer tells me if you're ready to build wealth. Let's answer the question you're probably asking: how much money can I really make investing in stocks? Here's a real example. If you invest $100 a month into the S&P 500, averaging 10% returns, in 30 years you'd have around $197,000 from just $36,000 invested. And that's $500 a month, and you're looking at nearly $985,000. The power of compound growth. This is why most millionaires aren't lottery winners or YouTubers. They're ordinary people who invested steadily over time. Here's the bottom line. You don't need to be rich to invest, but you do need to start. Every day you wait, you're leaving money on the table. So open that brokerage account, start with index funds, and commit to letting your money work for you. If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe, because next week I'll reveal how to build a $100,000 stock portfolio from scratch.